In this session, we are going to look at indoor setting and footwork. So we'll go over some keys in footwork, we'll watch some film, we'll watch footwork off 2 feet, off 1 foot, some key components both, and we'll summarize it for you at the end. In this session, we're going to look at the importance of balance as it attributes to footwork. And that's going to come off of 2 feet, and it can come off of 1 foot or using a pivot move. And I love this picture here. This is of Jordan Poulter when she was in high school, and now she's one of our setters on our women's national team. So in the last session, we talked about getting a good read, using our eyes, being really prepped, making sure that we're seeing the passer and the digger. That's going to attribute to a good first step, getting our footwork off at a good starting point. That's all about the read. So we can move efficiently to the ball, and most importantly, be balanced when we're actually setting the ball. As you can see in this chart here, this column here is our attack efficiency. So the higher is better, more efficient offense. You can see when we're balanced in this study, our attack efficiency was a lot higher than when we were not balanced. So this is a really key component to distributing a really efficient offense. The first footwork pattern we're going to look at is off 2 feet. Really important that we get our feet under the ball so that we can be as balanced as we can, and our body is more upright. We're jumping in a straight line from floor to ceiling, and we have really good rhythm. So a left, right, or right, left. We'll see examples of doing this both ways really well, and we'll watch some film of that. And there'll be various times to go left, right, or right, left. But the most important part, guys, is just making sure we're balanced and that we're underneath the ball with good rhythm and consistent rhythm. So we'll take a look at this video here. And this is, again, off 2 feet. We'll see some of our women's national team, men's national team, and other really good setters around the world doing this footwork. Here you can see the left-right footwork. Our setter here is under the ball, jumping upright, very balanced, having good rhythm with 2 steps. This is one of the best setters in the world from Poland. Here we can see an example of a right-left footwork. Moving back to the net possibly is a nice opportunity to go right-left. Here's another example of right-left. A big step with the right and a close with the left. I love how he is upright on that set. The middle of the court extremely well. Another example of right, left, coming off the net with a big right and a close, upright again. And we'll see an example of a left, right here when he doesn't have to move very far. Again, one of the best setters in the world here for Iran. Upright, balanced, working to get underneath the ball. So next, we're going to look at 1-foot footwork, or I like to call it a pivot. And in here, the keys are going to be getting our right foot under the ball, getting our left knee up and tight to the body. And I'll talk more about that in a second. And we're going to be facing the ball and finish on the line. And that'll become more clear when we look through the video in a second. There is a term called angular momentum, and that's what we see with the figure skater here. Really what that means is rotation around a central axis. And with this figure skater here, with this leg extended outward, it slows down the momentum. But when the legs are in tight, like we'll see in the pivot move, it conserves the momentum and allowing for a fast rotation. And that's what we want when we're running out of time or we can't get there with 2 feet or we want to have a fast rotation, the pivot is the right move. So let's watch some of the video on pivots. You'll see right foot under the ball, left knee up and tight. This is a nice angle to be able to see that left knee come on up, and we're finishing on the line where we want that ball to go. Right foot under the ball, left knee up, and finish on the line. There's one of our U18 teams, won the World Championships in 2019. Right foot under the ball, left knee up, and finish on the line. Watch the setter from Brazil, right foot under the ball, left knee up, face the ball, and then that rotation allows him to be able to face where he wants that ball to go. And it's the same when we go forward or when we go backward. Right. We're making sure we're getting around this ball fast. Right foot under the ball, left knee up. It's going to also allow us to set fast as we get around the ball and allow ourselves to finish on the line. And when we back set, that may be rotating all the way around, be able to finish on the line of the set. Balanced, right foot under the ball. Sometimes this is just a great move when we can't get there with two and allows us to be balanced for a bigger range. And that's truly one of the purposes of having really great efficient footwork is we can have a large range where we can set the ball with our hands and have a lot of balance. So, as we've covered in this session, one of the really key elements to great footwork is choosing the best footwork pattern, 2 feet, 1 foot pivot, that's going to help you arrive to the ball with the balance. Balance is going to be a key element in helping us distribute a high efficiency offense. And footwork, there isn't one way to carve it. There's a lot of different ways to arrive to the ball. And we've covered a couple of those here in this session. And I hope you have a couple great takeaways from today. Good luck and go USA.